So I'm just starting to build, it's quite dark under the eye here, so I'm just getting into the lash line with a dark brown pencil that I'll be able to blend out. And now that I have sort of the eyebrow in place, I can kind of see the direction that I want to go with the eyeliner. I go through lots of wet lines, they're just in my hands.
And this to the watercolors.
That's a concealer cream. Is that a concealer cream?
This is like a foundation cream, but you look straight at me. You know, I'm kind of mixing and matching. We kind of have a vague recollection of what we did on the other side of the face. But yeah, it's like, it's pretty easy to follow my technique as far as it's usually like a cream, and then set the cream, and set the cream with like a no color powder, and then just sort of mix it with eyeshadow. So there's probably a couple ways in which I could get there using that formula. When I did the other side of the face, I think I'm sort of trying to eliminate some of the steps now, because now I know really where I'm going. It's got to go to the same. It's got to look the same as the other side. So there's not so much of that guesswork, like should this be darker or should it be lighter? I can tell what it should be. And just use that. I can tell you that while I'm doing this, I'm messing up the foundation, but I can go back and fix it. It's not the end of the world.
When you have a complicated look where the eyes are very, very detailed, do you still do the foundation first?
No,
Okay.
not always. A lot of the time I'll just do enough foundation around the eyes. It's funny because the temptation is though just to erase the face so you're not distracted by it. So it depends. I mean, it depends on how much I've got to stretch my imagination to create the look. But it's usually I'll just kind of redo the foundation if I mess it up. You know, second time you do something to it, it's for a show and you've already done a test. You're not really inventing it then. You're just redoing it. So that's the advantage, is that you can just kind of skip ahead. I think I'll just put a little more thing on the cheek. More of this lighter color. You know, on the face. Oh, you know, I could be using a powder puff too, though. So set it before it has time to crease.
Of the 3 looks that you did for Katy Perry, which was the most time-consuming for you?
The pink one was because it was all like the stencil work and everything. I had to be really careful not to mess anything up. There's actually some stencil work on her cheek and around her jaw, which you see at one point in the video, but I didn't want it to be something that you would see from a distance. So it was this like fine line of like, you would see it in a close-up, but it wouldn't look like she had a beard, or like you know what I mean, like a beard shaped into a design. So there was a lot of finessing, and also the pieces, I created the pieces on a you know, a fake head, so I didn't actually do a trial run with that on her. I mean, this makeup, I did a test run the day before, and then I went home and just changed it slightly, but this basically was just from sitting down and thinking that I was doing somewhat animalistic inspired. Because I heard she was going to have the legs of a deer, so it's meant to sort of evoke Bambi.
What kind of brush is that?
It's like a flat, square brush. I don't really know. I'll find out for you. But I always use this brush for eyeliner.
Thank you. It's very, thank you.
What product did you use for the eye makeup, the glitter? Is it a cream glitter or?
Yeah, it's like cream glitter. I mean, it's only sold in England. Well, I don't know. But I think there's lots of things you could use. It's just that it helped me with this presentation because I have a lot of work to do. I don't know, you guys getting restless. So it's kind of a quickie. You know, everyone's kind of got their tricks. The black inside the eye. This is a small lip pencil, which I like because you can get it to sort of transfer onto the top. And to keep it in place, lean your head down a little. I'm taking a flat brush and a black eyeshadow and just patting it in the top of the eye. It just helps it stay a little bit longer.
Kabuki, if you weren't doing makeup, what do you think you'd be doing?
What was that? If I wasn't doing makeup?
Yeah.
I would be probably looking for a job. Not very much success. I don't know. I'd be nude modeling.
What advice would you give to new makeup artists that want to break into the industry?
Well, you know, it was really hard for me to break into the industry. I had to have something that somebody wanted, and it, you know, even though I had really done all those makeups a long time ago, it took the right person to see it that was already sort of established. And the fact that I had done these other jobs, which weren't really like exciting jobs, with like doing events, you know, whatever. It was like it's doing stilt walkers, or I always learned something from the job. So when I had that thing to do, that sort of tough shoot to do. I didn't blow it because I've sort of had enough experience from other things that weren't as glamorous. I mean, I guess my advice is just to do it for yourself. And if you're doing it for yourself, and you're perfecting things for yourself, when somebody will notice that and will want it, and you'll be prepared for it. Because even now, it's like I get thrown loops all the time, and you've got to sort of you've got to have some experience to know that you're not making a stupid decision and that to go with your instincts. Just do as much as you can, even if it's not well paid, because it's always going to, when you're older, you're going to wish that you had taken more advantage. Also, you've got to really do what you love. You know, if you can practice on yourself even, it's a good way of working when you're not under pressure. I'm going to use the beige liner. Yeah. No, not that one. I'm going to use this one. And then with that though,